Good morning, Grand Rising. I hope you guys are all being blessed this morning. So, anyway, I went to bed fairly early, and I've been doing that lately. And when I do that, I'll be up. I started to go back to sleep, but I have having different little things on my mind that I'm gonna start doing to bring to my channel. And it's never to harm anyone. I guarantee you, people get mad all the time. I get mad, you know, or I'm not going to say I get mad, but, it triggers us from different little things that people may do or put out or whatever when we know it. You'll feel it or whatever. That's what God wants you to do. When you feel it and but don't try to um, deny it. The problem is with us denying the trigger, or shutting it off, or, you know, being stiff necked and not wanting, you know, to feel it, what we're feeling when we know that it's to do within us. Okay. So I'm going to leave that message for another day, and I'm going to move on because I want to talk about the ignorancy that some of the some of the things that our black generation suffer from. That's very ignorant to me. If we live our life based off of us trying to compete, beat, cheat, belittle, um, manipulate, deceive, um, be in a competition. If we lived our life off of what we're trying to do to outdo someone else, then the people are controlling us. Us in ourselves is not controlling our operation, which leads us to be operating out of a lower place and state because it's not from our higher self. It's not to do with us. It's not making us happy, really. We're doing it all to make people think a certain type of way of us, or that we have to beat out people, or that, a lot of people work their asses off to show the public something that we're not. And you be in horribly misery. Like they're outright miserable, pretending as though you're living your best life, all to work and try to compete or keep up with what others think of us, or show others things, at that. It's not like we're working, we're putting it in the bank, and we're just paying our bills and we're just living our life. And, when we want to go do this or that, that's the only thing we should be doing, is working on to, first of all, pleasing ourselves, pleasing God first, pleasing ourselves, having a balanced state of mind and operating out of, and just living or whatever, and accepting people for who they are, things for what they are, and just living where you don't have to go to work or whatever, and you damn near killing yourself. It's people I know that go work and have done it and are doing it as we speak, to try to make someone else think something of us that we wasn't even happy to be doing. We worked our ass off. Could have been 50 hours a week, not 40, but 50 or 60, to work and get all this money and to buy these things to present to the public, to make the public feel a certain type of way about us, you know, to make people think we're popular, we're rich, we got this, we got that. And, you're only being liked because another person feels as though you have more than them, or you have something that they don't, so they put you on a pedestal, and you start to basing your life off of that and living your life to look this certain type of way for people to praise you and give you all this recognition when you're feeling like the bottomless pit on the inside. You're empty, 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 and you do this day after day and week after week. And it's tons of people live their life as such and they die miserably empty. I was going through out and about Facebook, and the years before and the time before, everyone was able to get our income taxes and splurge and buy these big gifts, big bags, big this and big that. And a lot of people do it and they go all out just to show the public, like, look over here, hey, over here. Look over here, I got this, I got that, I got X, Y, and Z. I got the $100 bear that, you know, is big as my king size bed. And I got the Valentine's pillows and everything Valentine's, just, and they slap it on Facebook to look better than the next person. And they go out and they buy these big ass gifts for whomever's, for people to see it so that they can slap it up on Facebook and look like they're this big person on the scene and of the scene, and no one can outshine them because they buy great big things to look big, but on the inside they really feel poquito little, empty, dry, and unhappy, unsatisfied, isn't working to do anything pleasing unto the Lord themselves, and they just got a bunch of empty ass people around them that they're pleasing, or they're trying to lead them to believe, hey, look over here, I got all of this, I live in the house on the hill, I drive a Tesla, da 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 da, but they're the most miserablest person on this earth. And then, for that matter, have worked all these hours, stole time, energy, and money, and they're miserable. I mean, they're not even happy in the relationship. Matter of fact, their mental is off and they haven't healed or even looked at a childhood wound, but they went to school for X, Y, and Z to get these degrees, and they work all these hours and they are so miserable. And because they're miserable, they just shoot to make everyone else miserable. Those are the people that try to stop, block, and no one's getting past me, no one past go. I am the number one stunner, I am the queen that sit on the throne, I am the king that sits higher than the throne, I sit on the top of the chair. And knowing that they're empty, lost souls, and they refuse to look at their triggers because they know they are narcissistic, they are an entitled person. They pride in their ego get in the way. They sleep around. They don't love themselves by all means necessary, or they wouldn't be sleeping around. These people are, they have issues that they need to be healed, and yet and still what? They choose not to. But I'm going through out and around and about through Facebook and through YouTube, and People that are rich, they had the money and they went in and they wiped out clean. But the people that brag so much and that's really living on their income taxes and they live from paycheck to paycheck and they do these doubles and trying to present to the world that they're this big timer and they're living high and mighty and you know knowing that they're miserable. Like, what's wrong with you? You don't have to show anyone anything. You don't have to show them your everyday life. You don't have to show them where you work. They don't have to know how many hours you clock in. They don't have to know where your money is at, your credit score. They don't, for that matter, who cares? If you're happy doing what you do in your own little world, then that's fine. You don't owe these people anything. You don't owe them to be trying to, but you do owe them if you're an empty, insecure person where it take for all this praising and worshiping of thyself and for other people to do it for us to feel like someone because we can't be alone. We're codependent. We can't receive rejection. We got to look like we're just the most, and we're really not. We're a lost, competitive soul that really need to be healed. And I don't think people understand that. Like, you don't have to do anything when it comes pertaining to these people because you don't owe them nothing. You don't owe them no energy, no time, who you are as a person. If they lied on you, whatever they did, which we know that they do, because the majority of them don't even be knowing people. They just be assuming things and they haven't even been in your world to know you. They don't even know you from Adam. They just know your name. They may have used to seen you at the club or heard about you every now and then or been around you very sparingly when you guys were children or growing up as teenagers, but they 20, 30 years you don't know nobody. If you're not hanging around them, you don't know their everyday lifestyle, you don't know. So people need to stop projecting and pretending as though they are someone that they are not, and that they know people that they have not a clue about. Just stop it already. You don't know that person. Stop lying. You don't know them. You don't know where they come from. You don't know what they've healed. You don't know if they change. You don't know. You just see them on Facebook and oh, you remember them from when they was a teenager, things that happened to them while they was a teenager, couldn't even decide for themselves, did things as a teenager. You don't know that person. So stop it. You guys, lies, your envy, your hate, your jealousy is really starting to show itself. And these competitions is getting worse and worse, and God trying to show people go heal themselves. You owe nothing to no one. Oh my God, all that stuff that they usually do, black people, quote unquote, since y'all seem to think that you know y'all doing the most, chasing the bag, work 3 jobs, live in the house on the hill, got 3 cars, da 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 da, trying to prove to the public that you're rich, you got this, that, and the other. Like, that's ignorant. It's not, for that matter, it's not their business. And then God tell us they will see you and know that you're blessed. You don't get on Facebook and show this stuff. You don't. Like, you're already out of the will of God. Like, you're looking for some type of recognition or attention. You're seeking for some attention that you know, can't anyone give to you but yourself. I noticed that they was unable to do it this year. Those income taxes is held up. People couldn't splurge and, do all of that unnecessary buying and wasting of money for Valentine's Day this year because they didn't have their income tax, which they get the freaking income taxes and they go ballistic on the social network sites like Are you serious? Y'all look like clowns. It's nothing to brag about things that you should be doing for yourself with your income tax when you've worked for it. Don't show anyone anything. Your car, your house, your money, what you bought, that shouldn't even be shown to no one. That's your business. That's when your mental is balanced properly, though. But when you're unstable and your mental is off, you got something to prove to someone. You got to show them all these items, and you got to look better than everyone else. You got to be praised. You got tons of insecurities. You lie, you cheat, you steal, you brag, you boast. You just a mess, and your mental is off. And people don't understand that. I don't understand why y'all don't understand that. So, anyway, guys, that's just what I wanted to bring to you guys' attention that, God is getting sick of it. That's why the reason for why it happened as such as it did this year, because it's showing you what's been going on already anyway. People are only able to brag and try to make others look broke because of income taxes and them scheming, lying, and cheating and scamming behind the scene, but in a competition, a dry competition with other people to make them look underneath them, which is sickening. I don't know. God, just take the wheel because it's out of our league. We really need prayer and to change our ways, God. If you guys don't mind, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. God bless. Have a great day.